And so to understand that, for John Hopkins University from 2004 to 2014, depression rises in girls 37%. What happened? Social media, phones. So when your kids, whether they're 2, 5, 7, 10, 15, and I'm telling you, the big dangers are social media, video games, and having a personal device, because then it's like having when your kids, grandkids get a personal iPad, personal phone. When that happens, this gets strapped to their body. And now they're tempted all day long to have this digital candy, but they're going to use it. So those are really, for in terms of the airplane danger, when you think, wait a minute, grandchild of mine, don't get on that. Delay that social media, delay those video games. All video games are not equal, but let's say your child is playing a really sweet puzzle game at 3, and then Mario Brothers at 7. What are they going to be playing at 10? What are they going to be playing at 13? Kind of like think that through. So social media, video games, and personal devices, those are the areas where I think you as a grandparent can really pray that God will delay those things in the life of your grandchild so that they can delay those negative effects of screen time. All right, I've got you a little bit scared, right? But I'm going to scare you just a tiny bit more before we talk about something else. So Dr. Victoria Dunkley, she is a medical doctor who studies screen addiction. And she talks about how screen time is very much like a drug because it stimulates like caffeine would. It activates the same parts of the brain like cocaine would in terms of addiction because it lights up the pleasure centers of the brain. And so again, digital candy, digital vegetables, most likely if they did a brain scan and your grandchild was watching a sermon or a lecture, most likely their brain wouldn't be like, woo. But when they're watching their digital candy, their YouTube and their cartoons and all that, believe me, it's lighting up and it's the pleasure center is going. So we need to think when you give that, whatever it is that you're doing together. And let's be honest, your grandparents, I saw some people in the grocery store just chatting and I heard them say, oh, my wife's not going to retire because if she retires, it means she'll have to watch the grandkids and she doesn't have enough energy for that. So, I mean, I am sympathetic that, my goodness, it's hard keeping up with these grandkids. And so it's a tall order.